Hey guys, I'm back like I promised I would do. This will be video part 2 of my guide on the Xbox 360 store with all their digital content before they close. And one thing I noticed after the last video, guys, I'm very sad to report that there is a lot of games that I thought might have still been there, but they're not. And basically it's all due to licensing, which is one of the horrific parts that's very nightmarish if you really think about it, about digital. The fact that there's no guarantee, no safety, and there's no way that you can possibly trust on a game just staying there for, a lifeless amount of time unless you buy it and you own the licensing. And even then, it could be pretty iffy, especially if you lose your information, your password, the email that it's attached to the account, or just because they pulled it out of altogether completely because maybe they didn't want to renew the license for whatever game it might be, all over again to extend it to the future, which I don't think that's allowed, but it is a possibility. So let's get forward with the second part of the video. I'm going to try to do at least 4 to 5 more letters. There is a lot of games. So without further ado, let's do it. Let's turn the camera and let's do this. Guys, here we go. We'll start off with the letter G. And this Guilty Gear 1 Core Plus is only been available on console on Xbox 360. You can buy it here digitally. It's still available. It is at the price point of, let's see. This one only has a trial. $14.99. So it is $15. But if you want to get one of the first Guilty Gear games that was available on 360, excluding the OG one from Xbox Original, then definitely pick this up. Galaga Legions DX. Good interpretation of the actual classics. Actually, really awesome game. It says Xbox One, so that means possibly, more than likely, you can still buy it via back compat on your newer consoles. But if you don't want to take the chance, you can always pick it up. It is here, and it is a really good reimagination. Like I told you before, if I didn't play the game, I won't speak on it. I never played Game Parties in Motion, so I have no clue. Obviously, the Mark of the Wolf series from the King of Fighters is also available via back compat. You can pick it up there. I believe it's still $15 as well. Let's double check that. Well, I actually can't because I own it, but I think it is $15. The Gatling Gears, also back compat. I think that was a Tim Schafer game. I'm not sure. I might be wrong, but it's supposed to be pretty decent. Never really played it. I don't know if I'm willing to buy it at this point in time. But, if I don't, then I think it's back compat, so I'll be able to pick it up anyway. It looks like a top-down strategy. And the game is, still available. The Gauntlet, this is from OG Xbox. That just means that it's back compat on 360. So if you want to play it on the OG or you want to play it on the 360, you can. I don't know if it's back compat with the new consoles, like the series consoles. But this is something you can buy physical, so you don't necessarily have to buy it here. But it is $10. Obviously, the Gears of War, if you want to get them just for, achievement sakes, then you can pick them up. But if you don't own them on the newer version, or you can play them back compat anyway. And if you own the newer versions, like the Ultimate, or play them with the enhancements, then there's really no need to buy them here and play them here. I never played Geometry Wars 3. I know it's very sought after, fan favorite. I never got into it, but if you like that type of game, they have 1, 2, and 3 all here. You can pick them up. Geon, I never played as well. The Ghost Recon Future Soldier, excellent game in the series of the Tom Clancy's. Definitely pick it up physical, in my personal opinion. over the digital unless you want, some extra achievements, because it reads as a separate SKU. The Ghostbusters video game, we own both versions, the 360 and the remaster. So I would recommend, if you don't care about any of that, just get the remaster because it's the superior version. If not, then get it physical. You probably can find it dirt cheap for 360 and play it that way because it is back compat as well. Now, the Sanctum of Slime is definitely one I would recommend because it's an arcade game, top-down, isometric, kind of like Gauntlet, of course, or Smash TVs, but with the Ghostbusters theme. The difference being is that this game only is available digitally. It was on PS3 too, if I'm not mistaken, but it's only available digitally. Never had a physical, so definitely you need to pick it up if you haven't. I can't tell you the price. I think it's $10. I'm not sure because I already own it. Gianna Sisters, excellent platformer, very unique. If you've never played it, definitely you should pick it up. But there is a director's cut that you can get on the Xbox series of consoles and Xbox One even. It is $374, so if you want extra achievements, then you can pick it up just for those achievements, to have extra achievements. Jin Romi, never played this, so it's a card game. Girl Fight, never played either. Go Break Steady, never played it. Goat Simulator, I know it was very popular in the PC space. I never played it. It's not my type of cup of tea, but it's there if you want. If you want. Then they have Golf Tee Up. You could also pick that up. Goosebumps, the game. I don't know. I think this has a physical on 360. If it doesn't, then you can always buy it here digitally. It's only $10. And I know it's an action-adventure puzzler game. This Ghost Gotham City Imposters, I don't know if it would be worth picking up because I think it's almost like one of those free-to-plays, or you need an online connection, so I don't know if it'll still be playable after the store closes. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. If I am, correct me down below. It's perfectly fine. But it's definitely a fun game. I know that. That if you like multiplayer, it's very multiplayer heavy. Grab by the Ghoulies if you want an extra, achievements. And no, you can't because it's actually OG. But if you buy the Rare Replay, they have the superior version there. That's actually 4K 60, and you can get it for as cheap as $1 because each game is basically $1 in that collection. And it's back compat this version as well, so you can kind of compare, but you can't get achievements. So I would say just get the Rare Replay. Grand Theft Auto, I don't even want to talk about that. That's mine of its own. Grease Dance, never played it for Connect. Great Battle of the Medieval, never played it. The Great Auto Sport, I've seen my son play it. I know it's a very good game as far as racing enthusiasts. So if you want to pick it up, it is back compat also, which is great because that means you can still purchase it, but it's kind of hefty on price. As you see there, it's $24.99. Rift Shifts was one of the only PSP games that I could remember that came to the 360 arcade store. It is a fun little game. It did start on the PSP for PlayStation, but you can buy it here. It's $10. Now, I think it's back compat, so that's a good thing. So if you want to get extra achievements, then I would say get that SKU as well. Grand Theft Auto 4. We don't need to speak about that. That sells itself. If you didn't play that by now, you're probably never going to play it because everybody in the world loves Grand Theft Auto, right? Guardian Heroes, one of the greatest 2D RPG hack and slash ever created from the Sega Saturn era. It was always in the Xbox store. I think it's only on the Xbox store. I don't think it even made its way to PlayStation 3. And it's only $5. So if you do not own it, you owe it to yourself to buy it and own it. Because if you're trying to get a Saturn version, good luck to you. Because that shit is very, very expensive. Guilty Gear 2 Overture is a 3D version of the Guilty Gear world. Now, it's $20. You could probably get it cheaper physical. Don't quote me. I think you can. It is not back compat. So it's definitely something you should look into picking it up, especially if you're a Guilty Gear fan. Is it a great game in the series? No, it isn't. It's one of their weaker ones, but it's cool that they have 3D elements and sections within the game, which I think adds a new appeal and makes it interesting because it kind of gives it a fresh tone and a fresh look at the game and the series itself. Guilty Gear 2, this is the one I said it was an OG. You can play it here back compat on 360, but you could also buy it on the OG, physically to play it on an OG Xbox. Now, as well, I don't know if this will be worth your time, but this is one of the first ones that they come out on an Xbox console. And digitally here, it's only $10. So it's too expensive. Physical, this is a good option. I don't think they put achievements either, though, because it's an OG game, though. That's the only thing. Gun, this is a crossover, cross-generation game. Gun only, I really didn't like it, so I can't really recommend it. But if you want easy achievements, I believe it has very easy achievements. And it's only $10. You could probably get it even cheaper physical. So that depends on your taste and what you're looking for. Guncraft Blocks and Loaded, never played. Gunstar Heroes, you have it all over the place. It's been in multiple collections. It's up to you if you want to own it digitally here. It's a Genesis game. It's only $5. If you want the achievements just for that alone, I would say pick it up. Guwanga or Guwanji, right? This is a shoot 'em up from the 360 era or the Dreamcast. It's a fantastic shoot 'em up. The thing is, though, it is back compat, and you can't get it physical. So digitally will probably be your best bet. I don't know if you have to worry too much about it because you can't play it on the new consoles. But just in case if they don't allow you to do it, I would say just take a look at it because it's only $5. Never played the Gyromancer, which is a jewel-like game, like Bejeweled and all that stuff from back in the day. And then Gyrus is the original classic Konami game. If you're a retro guy and want to own it, here just for the achievements, because this has been in a lot of collections, here you go. It's $5. So moving right along, we go on to letter H. And letter H has the Minute Half Heroes, which I never played, and I believe it's in the same vein as Guardian Heroes. I believe it's in hack and slash with RPG elements. I'm not 100% sure. But it is back compat, which is a good thing. And the game's going for $10. So I would say if you have interest in that style, then check it out. Halo Waypoint is more like an app that kind of gave you all these information to everything Halo and the Halo universe with all the games and connecting it, added like elements to the story. So you could just download it to have all that information there whenever you go and check it out. It's like a hub type of thing, but it's free, I think. And also, you can't get access to it on the Xbox new console. So for that alone, it's just worth downloading it because it's free. Handball 16, never played. Never played the Happy Tree Friends. This is one of the most highly regarded games that I've talked about for years. Hard Corps Uprising, which is the spiritual successor to Hard Corps on the Genesis from the Contra series. They just didn't use the word Contra, but this is an amazing, amazing gun, side-scrolling barrage shooter. Running gun, so to speak. Very hard, harder than ass itself when you're working out on steroids, for real. But the good thing is it's back compat. You can definitely pick it up, and I think it's cheap. I don't think it's expensive. I think it's $10. It might not show it here because I own it. As you see, it says download again. But take a look at it just in case. I can't recommend it, any harder than I'm trying to because it's one of the best Contra games that a lot of people didn't even look at during the 360 era. Hardwood Backgammon 1 and Hard Space, never played them. These are all card games, never touched them. Harm's Way, never played either, but it looked like a cool shooter. So the shooter, it is free, as you can see, so you can download it just for the sake that it's free. If you want to try it out, and I believe it has some sponsors, you can use like avatars, which made it kind of interesting. The Connects, Haunt, and Harry Potter. Never played them, so I can't recommend them. Haunted House. This was an Atari game that they remade with better 3D graphics. Top-down isometric. It is back compat, and it's fun. It retains the appeal and the essence of the original, so that's a good thing, but with modernized graphics and gameplay mechanics. It is only $5, so for that price, I don't think you can go wrong. I think I should pick it up myself because they just made a brand new one, just to have all the Haunted House collection. Heavy Weapon is actually a fun game. It was one of the early games on the 360 arcade store. Very, very fun. Back compat. You can probably get it through the store as well. It is kind of maybe a little pricey for some of you. It's $10, but it is a fun game. I recommend it because I had fun when I played it. But it's an older game. Keep that in mind. Hell Yes is a very, very wonderful and unique game from Sega that came out. That was only in the digital front. Very underlooked, appreciated. A lot of people didn't really talk about this game, but with time, it has been discovered. It's kind of like Toomba the Badass Elephant on the new consoles from Sega that a lot of people probably don't really played it, but it's a fantastic game. It's only $15. I know it may sound pricey, but I think for the quality you get with the game, it's worth it, and I think you'll really appreciate it and won't regret what you paid for. So I highly recommend. This is a highly recommendation from me. Hell yeah. And it's only available on the 360 store. It is not back compat. Keep that in mind. The Helix 2 and Helix HD, never touched them. The Hexadus, never touched it as well. I think it's like a shooter, a strategy shooter. People have talked about it in a good way, but I never played it. It is only $10, so it might be worth your time, and it is not. I repeat, it is not back compat. Legends of War, never touched them. The Hitman series, of course. Absolution, HD pack with 1 and 2, and Blood Money are all back compat. So you can invest your time in the new consoles. You don't even have to look at it here, unless, of course, once again, you want extra achievements. Home Run Stars, I never played. Homefront was a good third-person game, published by THQ. It was good for the time. You could probably get it dirt cheap physical. So I would recommend getting it physical, but to be honest, the game is 50 cents. So if you want to own both licenses for just the achievements, you can't go wrong. It's only 50 cents. I mean, for sakes, I mean, that's they don't get any cheaper than that. Unless you're on Game Pass, of course. How to Survive is an excellent. This was one of the first games doing what State of Decay was doing, but in a top-down isometric form. And what made it fun is that you can play a 4-player co-op. I believe the first one was only 2. The second one is 4 players. The only thing is, I don't know if I'm willing to pay the $15 price point because it's old, and trust my son's got the license. But I do own the second one, so I'm going to see what I do. But I recommend it. It is a fun game. And it takes a little getting used to, but once you get it and you play co-op, it's a lot of fun. So I recommend it. The Hunters Trophies 1 and 2, I've never really played, so I can't, recommend it. They have the America and the Australian edition. Hunt of the Reckoning was one of the dopest games from the OG. This is based off the graphic novel White Wolf. This was an excellent game. They had several versions. Part 2, the one Wayworth on PlayStation 2. The fact that it's back compat even on the series console is excellent. I would say get it. You could probably get it physical cheap because it wasn't an expensive game. But digitally, you can still get it also for $15 if you can't get it physical. Hybrid, I never played. I believe it's a first-person sci-fi game. But I think it's also exclusive to the store. It's $5, so I mean you can't really go wrong with that price. So if you like strategies and simulations, then I would say go for it and just check it out. These two classics are, speak for themselves. Hydro Thunder, the arcade edition, the Hurricane edition, which is basically a hyped up version of the arcade that was better than the 360. I mean the PS3 version even. And the arcade itself, it's Xbox own IP. It is back compat, so maybe you can still purchase it. And I think it's only like $10, maybe $5. I'm not really sure because I own it. I'm not sure. Hydrophobia, the same thing. They own this IP as well. This is a really cool game that it's almost like you're in a tanker, like a ship that's kind of sinking and you got to survive. It's like a horror survivor action adventure. It's a fun game. It had really great graphics at the time for being a smaller arcade game. Really recommend it. It was really dope. And I think they even did some type of like, I think it was like some type of update where they did better graphics, fixed the mechanics a little bit. And it's not expensive. I think it's also $10. So I recommend Hydrophobia as well from my own personal picks. So moving on right along, let's go to letter I. And the letter I here, we got an amazing game. Also started in the arcade space. It's none other than I Am Alive. And I Am Alive for me personally is the real first true The Last of Us type game with the same thematics and theme. The only difference is that this man is actually looking for his real daughter. He doesn't fall in love with a teenage daughter or girl that's already grown and that has no connection with him emotionally other than they're trying to survive in this horrific world. In this world, it's the same thing. It's post-apocalyptic. It's in black and white. And he's looking for his daughter. It's very, very good. Very underrated. Not really speaked of. A lot of people don't speak of it. But it is back compat. And it's also cheap. And there's no physical of the game. So that should tell you everything you need to know. So I would highly recommend you to pick it up if you have it. Hardball Challenge 14, never played it. Ikagura, the Dreamcast classic. The arcade classic. Absolutely amazing shoot 'em up. Very cheap as well. I believe it's only $10 if you buy it from the digital store. If you try to get it physical for the Dreamcast, good luck. Very expensive. So this would probably be your best option. And it is back compat. So I would highly recommend Ikagura. The IL-2 Bird of Prey. Never played it, but I've heard that it's a good, simulation action air combat game. The same thing like the Elimino. I never played this either. Or Elon Milo. I'm pronouncing that wrong. Sorry. I'm just tired. Never played it, but it is back compat. On Discovery, obviously, physical is the way to go. Probably a little pricey at this point because it's a sought-after RPG from the 360 era. But if it's too expensive, you can buy it here for $20. And it is back compat, so maybe the urgency to get it right away, you don't have to really prioritize it because you can probably get it later still. Injustice, they have obviously a new generation version. If you like, I know it was a good game, solid. From NetherRealm, the people who did Mortal Kombat. So I would say just get the new one if you don't care about the achievements. But if not, then pick this up and double down. I think you might be able to get a cheaper physical. I don't know how much it is digital. Let's check it out. I can't tell you because I bought it. I guess it was given to me free at one point. Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet. I wanted to play this, but I never got a chance, so I can't really tell you much. But I believe it's a pretty good, unique platformer and action adventure. I did buy it, as you can see, but I never got to play it. So I can't say much on it. But I think it's only like $10 or $5. So if you get a chance, you want to fill up your library with unique games, then I would say go for it. Interpol, never played it. Iron Assault, never played. Iron Brigade is definitely from Double Fine. My son told me that it was a really good game. Never really got a chance to actually play it, but it is only $10. It is back compat, so you have that as well. But I recommend it because it comes highly regards by someone that I trust his opinion. The Island of Wakfu, or Islands of Wakfu. Never played it. I had intentions to because I like the watercolor type graphics. It's top down. It's an action adventure. It is $10, so the fact that it's back on pat, you can still pick it up, is a good thing. But I think it's a decent game. I just never played it. So moving on to letter J. So moving right along, Jade Empire is a very, very sought after classic. It is back compat, even though it doesn't say it down there. It is. We usually say it there, but it is back compat. If you can get it physical, I would recommend you to get it physical. But I believe digital is not overly priced either. Let's just take a quick glance. It's $10, so you do have that good option either way. Now, Jam, Live, Music, Arcade. I have no clue, never played it. The JFSF, never played it either. It's obviously Advanced Striker. I don't know if it's a shoot 'em up or if it's in 3D. It might be in 3D. But it is $30, so look at that. It's a plane simulator. It's got to be good for that price, I would have to assume. Jetpack Refuel. I really didn't invest too much, but it was a fun game when I did play the little bit that I did play. So if you want to check it out for the price that it's going for $5, it would probably be worth your money. And it is back compat. Jewel Quest, never played. Joe Danger, the movie, special edition, never played. Joust is Joust, the arcade classic. If you want to get it and own it, just to have it in your archives and to get more achievements for $5, you can do so. Joyride Turbo was a lot of fun. You use your avatars, but I never invested time in it. But I know it is a lot of fun. It is a back compat title, and I believe it is free. You can download it free, I think. So for that alone, I would say do it. Now, Juju is a very pleasantly surprised 2D side scroller that came out unexpectedly under the water or under the radar during 360, late in the cycle, and I picked it up and I had a lot of fun with it. I'll be honest with you. It's not breaking many grounds, but it did do some cool, new, clever ideas within the platforming realm. So I enjoyed it. I don't know how much it is. When I bought it, it was $25. It could still be $25. It did have wonderful graphics, as you can see, and it was a lot of fun. So I would highly recommend it. There is no physical, but it is back compat. So that's the saving grace. Just Cause 1 and 2, love the games, they were fun. But again, if you haven't played these by now, then you've probably been under a rock. They are back compat, and you'd probably be better off getting them physical anyway. But if you can't, they're $10 here in the store, and you can do for the double dipping of the basically the achievements, right? Basically, Just Dance 15. Never played any of these, so I can't recommend them. None of them. So moving right along, we go on to letter K, and on the letter K we have the excellent Cameo. Again, for double dipping purposes, the only way I would tell you to get it, because it is in the rare replay, it is the superior version, and you can literally get the rare replay probably for $10, and it has all the 30 games that Rare ever did from back in the day. It is only $10. It's up to you. Or if you already own it, you can just pop it in and play it because it is back compat. So that's all I can really say on that. As far as Kane and Lynch 2, you guys saw me do the playthrough. This is an excellent, excellent game. Sequel, super, super underrated. Very highly criticized at the time because it was so over the top. People probably felt it was offensive. But nonetheless, it's very realistic, and I thought it was very underrated and very well made. Fantastic game. I recommend to get it. I don't know how much it is digital, but I'm pretty sure physical you could get it cheap because it's been out for quite a while and it wasn't a game that people looked for. It wasn't sought after. And then we got Kane and Lynch 1. Also very good, very underrated, very dated graphics, but the game, 2 players, is excellent. There's literally a scene at the end of the game that plays out like the movie Heat, when you do the bank rob and they're shooting and fighting the cops in the middle of the street. And if you play it in 2-player co-op and you play, I think it's as Kane or no, Lynch. Since he's always taking medications, you see all the people, even the innocent bystanders, as cops, and you end up killing them because you're spazzed out, you're basically high. So it was a very unique take, very awesome thing. And the ending, trying to get to the airport, fantastic. Very highly recommended, very cheap, I'm pretty sure, if you buy it physical. And $2.99 digital, so you can't lose either way, whether it's physical or digital. Another wonderful game by Suda, Killer is Dead. A lot of people didn't pay attention, just like Shadows of the Dam. It is $20 here, but I would recommend to get it physical because it's a game that's very unique, artistic, stylized, and a really good action-packed game. So I would say it's worth owning physical. Now, if you want it to double dip, then get the digital, but it's still kind of pricey for $20. Connect Party, never played. Connect Sports, that was kind of fun. Connectimals was fun, but you need, the Connect, and probably at this point, I don't know how the support is, or after they shut off the store, I don't know if the support will still be there, but it was a great idea for the time. Had a lot of fun with my girls at the time when they were little. Same thing with Connect Joyride. The Keen's Quest 1 and 2 Complete Edition collectors. These are cross-generation. So, there is a version in the new consoles. I would recommend that one. But if you want to double dip, again, you can buy this version just for the achievements. And actually, Chapter 1 is free, and then the Complete Edition is, which is the full game, it's $30. I don't know if they have a physical, but that would all depend on you if you feel that it's worth it, just for the achievements. King of Fighters Neo Wave, OG Xbox, you can play it on the 360. It's not back compatible with new consoles, but it's only $10. So if you want to play it on your 360 console, you could always play it there, and you can get it physical, but it's probably very pricey. A lot of those fighting games always are. This one was very unique. This was the King of Fighters Sky Stage. This is an actual shoot 'em up with the King of Fighters character in the King of Fighters world. Very good game. Very underrated. Not a lot of people talked about it. I believe it's only $5. It's only on the Xbox Arcade Store. It is back compat, but I highly recommend to get it. King of Fighters 2098. You can probably better off playing the new versions that are out now on collections. But if you want to double dip, then I would say get these. These are also back compat, and they're all $10 each. The Kung Fu Panda, I think my son said it was a good game. I never played it. I think you can get it cheap physical, but if not, it's only $10 here in the digital storefront. So now let's move on to letter L. Letter L, L.A. Noire. Again, excellent game. Physical will be the best way, but I also have a newer remastered version that they made for the new console, so I would recommend that one over this one. But if you want to double dip, again, it's your choice. It is an excellent game, though. It is very good. This was published and developed by Rockstar. It is kind of pricey digitally still, so I'm surprised. Like I said, you're probably better off getting it physical. So moving along, we got the Lazy Riders. Never really played it. I believe it was like a strategy puzzle game. Seemed like fun. It's $10 digitally. Also, I believe it's back in pat, so you also can get it there if you don't want to get it now. But you can, if you feel like you might not get a chance, then I guess you can pick it up for the price. Leamies, I never played either. The Legend of Cage Anniversary. Legend of K, actually. It's awesome. It's a remaster of the PS1 game, I believe. It was also a limited run, I believe, on Saturn. They remastered it, re-brought it out. It was $25 when I bought it. I don't know how much it is now, but it's only available digitally on Xbox 360. I don't know if there was a physical for PlayStation 3, but I would highly recommend for you to get it because it's fun. It's a good remaster, and it's not that expensive, but I don't know if it's still the regular price or if it's on sale, but definitely you should take a look at it. Spyro, Dawn of the Dragons, I think you can get this physical. Matter of fact, I'm almost positive, but it's expensive. Very expensive. So your best bet would probably get it here digitally for $10. And it's not back compat. So there's also that. The Destinies is just, because it was a cross-gen game. Batman Legos. I believe they made them also back compat, so you can play it back compat. They're fun games, but I would suggest to get them physical. They're pretty cheap. I don't even know how much they are because I already own them, but Indiana Jones the same, superheroes, Marvel, same. Lego the movie, same thing, Pirates, Star Wars, all these. They even made the Ultimate Star Wars one, which is the best version of all of them, with all the games in one, and a big fat bloated trilogy with all the bells and whistles from 4K, HDR, 60 frames, everything, with massive amounts of content. So I would suggest the Lego Star Wars there at least, at the very least. But these, you own them physically, you can play them via back compat. Most of them, Harry Potter ones, don't look like you can. But I think they did a remaster, a new version for the newer consoles, if I'm not mistaken. And then you have the Avengers, the Jurassic Park, the Complete Saga, The Force Awakens, like I said. Let's Cheer, I never played. Life is Strange, cross-gen. Same thing with Local Cycle, cross-gen. Amazing, awesome game. Just for double achievements, I would say, just for that, pick it up. It is still pricey, though. It's $10, so I don't know how you feel about that, but I would get it, for the newer consoles. Even though it never had like an upgrade or update or whatever. Load Runner's a 3D version of the arcade classic. That's pretty fun. If you like the Load Runner series, it is $10. It is back compat. And I believe it's only available digital. Same thing with Lost Planet 2, Lost Planet 3, Lost Odyssey. All these games you can play back compat with better enhanced visuals for free. But physical is probably the best way to get them. Unless you want to get 2 SKUs and double dip, then I would say get it digital. But I think they're still pricey. So let's see how much Lost Planet 3 is. Still loading. Let's see. Kind of losing my voice, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see Lost Planet 1. Man, it's not even loading. That's probably the high traffic on Xbox. That's crazy. Like I said, to have full preservation, physical would be the best way to get them. Lucidity. Supposed to be a nice little small indie game. Never really played it, so I can't really give you an honest opinion about it. But it is $10. It is on Xbox Live, and it is only available through the Xbox Store. It's not back compat. That means Live I never played, and Luxor 2 I never played, so can't really give you an opinion on those. So let's go to M. I think I'll finish with N. Let's go to M. Just load it up. So here in the M store we have Mad Balls Babble Invasion. And it's not loading up. For the love of Jesus. It is back compat, but I never played it. Mafia 2, same thing. You can get that physical, and it is back compat unless you want to double dip. The Manhunt is the OG game. Very sought after. I don't know if it's expensive physical now, but if you get it physical, you can play it back compat on Xbox 360. I don't know if it's back compat on the new consoles. I'm not sure. Do you know that? Manhunt?
Yeah.
Let's see. It's not loading up. Not a good thing. That means it's high traffic. Manhunt. There is 69 games. Holy God. Marathon, the first game by Bungie. It is back compat. It is no physical, so I think digital would be the way, especially if you're interested in that first game they made, which was very popular. Mark of the Ninja, excellent game. They do have a remastered version, so I would say to own both, to have both SKUs and both, achievements, then it would be best to buy them both. But if you feel that you just want to pay the definitive version, then just get the one that's available now. This one's still high priced at $15. Marlowe Rig is an excellent IP. It's owned by Xbox. A lot of people didn't even try this game out or talked about it. It's basically a God of War with a black character in a mafia-esque urban world, but it plays very much like God of War. Excellent game. It's pretty cheaply priced, and it is back compat, so that's another great thing. Mars Roll Landing, never played it. Mars War Logs is RPG action adventure, kind of like Mass Effect, smaller game. Excellent graphics, only $5, and I believe they did a sequel too. So I would recommend it for that price because I actually thought it was a good game, even though I didn't get to finish it. Marvel's Puzzle Quest, never played. Masquerade, never played. Obviously, the Mass Effect series are games that are best played now with the enhancements, but I don't know if they're cheap if you buy them physical. But if they're not, then probably digital be your best bet. And they are back compat, all three. 1, 2, and 3. Matt Hazard, Bloodbath and Beyond. This is an dope 2D side scroller, co-op, online co-op at that, and it's only $10. I gotta get it. It's a lot of fun, stupid dookie hard, a lot of fourth wall comedy in it, like Comic Jumper. There is a 3D version on the 360 as well that played a lot like Gears of War. This one wasn't overlooked, or people thought it was the 3D version and didn't buy or confused. But I highly recommend it for $10, and it is back on back. The Max Payne games, all of them are excellent, especially 3. An absolute masterpiece, to be honest. But they're making a remake of both these with the new engine from Alan Wake 2 and from the other game they made. Oh my god. I forgot. I can't think about it at the moment. But if you want to hold off, then wait for the new one. But if you don't, then pick them up digitally. They are back in product. Like I said, $15. And I think physical, they're pretty cheap. I know Max Payne 3 is, for sure. I don't know about 1 and 2. Max Curse of the Brotherhood is another excellent 2D side-scroller. Very unique. And it was exclusive only to Xbox and 360 at the time, until the developer went on their own, became independent, and Microsoft allowed them to keep the IP. Then they put it on PlayStation and Nintendo. But for $14, I don't know if you want to get this version, because there's the Xbox One version, which is the better version. It's in 60 frames, 1080p. This one is not. I think this one's 720 and 30. But if you want the achievements, and you think it's worth it for the price, then I would definitely recommend it. It's an excellent game where you use a pen and a pencil to write and draw within the world to do the platforming. Meet the Robinsons, I heard it was good. It is physical, and I think you can get a cheap physical, maybe, because it's a Disney game, so those Disney games with licenses do go up in price. I got it, I believe, free for Games with Gold. I don't know how much it is digital, but I do think if you're a Disney fan and like those Disney licensed games, you'll enjoy it. Mega Man 10, 9, all from the Nintendo era and the Super Nintendo. You can buy them here. They are back compat. They're also available in the collections, so it's up to you if you want to get them or not. But they are good games. They are $10, so that all matters if you're willing to spend the money now or later, because they are back compat. Mercenary was an excellent game. They did Mercenaries 2. This is the OG version, but I don't know if you can play it on back compat. I know you can play it here on the 360, so if you want to get it, you can get it physical cheap, then I would say pick it up. Digitally is only $10. Metal Arms was also a pretty dope, fun game. This is also physical, $10 digital. And I don't know if it's back compat because it doesn't say it, but some games don't say it, and they are. Like Panzer Dragon Ortha, so I'm not sure. But it is a good game. If you can glitch in the system, if you can get it for cheap, physical, I would say go for it. Metal Gear Solid Revengeance by Platinum Games. Probably one of the best action hack and slash games of that era. They created. Excellent game. You could play it back compat. And you could also buy physical. I believe physical is cheaper. But if you can't find it cheaper, it's, I think, $10 in the store, in the Xbox store, if you want to buy it. It's not letting me buy it. I just could download it. So this is also crossover. They have a next-gen version, which is the Metal Gear Solid Peace Quaker, I believe. HD edition. No, this is the one that was on the PSP. This is the PSP version. They made it for Xbox 360. I don't know if there's a physical, but it is $14.99. If you don't have a physical, it's probably expensive, then this is the best way to get it. And it's back compat, so that gives you a nice window. The Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero is cross-gen. I would recommend the new one. But that game's more like an introduction demo to the actual Metal Gear Solid 5 game. So, and I don't know if this is still cheap. It's probably expensive. $11. That's on you. Phantom Pain is the finished property game. This is cross-gen also. I would recommend the new one. But for double dipping, you can get it for $5 here. You can get both versions, digital and then physical for the new console. Same thing with Metal Gear Solid. Metal Slug 3 and Metal Slug XX. Or double XX, basically. These games, you can get them in multiple places. There is the Trilogy Anthology that never came to Xbox, which sucks. But they're fucking pricey too, so it all depends on you, but they are back compat. Meteor Wars never played. The Metro series, excellent, but you can get them, the new versions on the new consoles, and I would recommend those over these. But if you want to double dip, you can get them probably cheap on 360 for physical, and right here, look, digitally, you can't beat it. They're $1, basically. Michael Phelps Push the Limits, never played. Never played Microbox. Never played the Shadow of Mordor series, although I heard it was good. The Midnight Club Los Angeles Complete Edition is a really good racer. I think I have an OG version. The digital version here is $15, but I think it's cheaper than the physical. But if you want to double dip, then you can, and this is also back compat. The Midway Arcade Origins I got. Not really keen on the games they have. They have a lot of games, but a lot of games that I'm really not fans of. But they do have some in there worth looking. It is back compat, so you can download it at any time. And I believe it's only like $7. My Magic Clash of Heroes, I never played it, but it is back compat. And it's priced at $15. Mighty Number 9, excellent game, homage and love letter from the Mega Man creator. It is cross-gen. I beat the new generation one. I never played the 360 version. It is only $1. So to have it on the 360 for $1 to double dip, I think it's a win-win. That's how I would see it. So that's on you, but if I was you, I'd probably just pick it up because it is 99 cents, like I said. I'm almost done here. Military Madness, never played it. Minecraft, I don't touch. Minesweeper Flags, never played it. Mini Ninja Adventures, never played it. Mini Ninjas, I believe it's a fun little 3D side scroller, hack and slash, but I never played it because there was just so many other things at the time. But you can buy it for $20 still. I think it's a little pricey, but I think the game's a lot of fun. I don't know if they have it physical though. Mirror's Edge, obviously another excellent title. Back compat. You could probably get a cheap physical. I think it's cheap digital too, so if you want to double dip, there you go. Missile Command is another remake or remaster They did it for 360. They did another one now in the new gen. This one's only $3. Missile Command was one of my favorite games in Atari. This one looks a lot of fun too, nice. With the original Atari version in it. I never played it, but I might pick it up for the $2. So if you're a big fan of the game, there's no questioning, just pick it up. And it's back compact. Medal of Honor Airball, one of my favorites in the series. Also back compact, very cheap if you get it physical. If you want a double dip, you can buy a digital. I just don't know how much it is. So forgive me for that. Monaco, where's your mine at? What's yours is mine? Never played it. One Night Combat, never played it. The Monkey Island series, never really played them. I know they're sought after the point and click, so that's on you. They are back compact. And they're $10 each. Monopoly Plus, never played. Moon Divers, excellent 4-player hack and slash beat 'em up. It is back compact. It's a little pricey. It's not available physical, but if you have the money and the time, I would say buy it because you won't regret it. It's worth the time of day. It's very good. Morph was actually the game, I believe, that was in the movie. That was a comedy. They were trying to become video game creators. I forgot the name of the movie, but I think it's Grandma's Boy. But it finally came out. Never tried it, but it is here, and it's not back compact. I think it's cheap physical. Same thing with Morrowind, cheap physical, OG. You can only play it here, I believe. And it's $15 digital. The Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection. It is $5. You want to own the first 3. Arcade Perfect. And it's not back compact. The Motion Explosion, never played. Motion Sports, never played. Motion Sports, play for football, never played. Mrs. Explosion Man is the sequel to Mr. Explosion Man by Twisted Pixel. Excellent follow-up to the first game. Great game, back compact, worth every cent. It's only $10, so if you don't own it, I would suggest to pick it up. Murder Soul Suspect is a cross-gen. I would recommend the new generation version, but if you want to double dip, then you can get this version either physical or digital, depending what's cheaper. It is only $224 right now on sale, and it's a great game. I really recommend it. Mutant Storm Empire, never played. Mutant Storm Reloaded, never played. MX Unleashed was a dirt bike game. Was really good on the OG. It's not back compact with the new consoles, but you can play it here. And the game is only, I think, $10. I have it downloaded because I think they gave it out for free on Xbox Live Gold. But I recommend it. It's a fun game. The MTX versus ATV Reflex. I think your best bet is to buy it physical. I never really played it. I think my son said it was really good. But you can buy it here also digitally. And I think it's $30. So probably better off with the physical version. Same thing with the Supercross in the series and the Alive in the series and Untamed. All really good, especially if you like dirt bikes and racing combined with ATV. But I think it's probably better to get them all physical because they're a lot cheaper. And then the last game here on this list, on this letter, is My Body Coach, and I never played it. So let's get to letter N, which this would be my last letter of all. And N Plus, I never played, but I heard it was fun. It's only an arcade game. It is back compact. There is that. Naughty Bear. The Panic in Paradise, never played it either. I believe it's a action or adventure game where you doing stuff with the bear like a platformer. It is $15, kind of pricey, but it's only available in the store. So once it's gone, it's gone. It's up to you. Never played Naval Assault. Never played the NCAA MME. Never played like that. Never played the Most Wanted. Obviously, it was pretty decent, and the Rivals as well. But these you can play via. I think they have new versions of them, and if they don't, you're better off buying them physical, I believe, because they're cheaper than buying digitally. Let's see. Oh no, it's $2. Well, I guess you can double dip at those prices. Yep, both. Then there's Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, another fighter in the Neo Geo world. I got this free too with Xbox Live. I think it's 15, might be 10, but it's definitely a good one in the series. It is back compat and only an arcade game. Near one from the series. Physical is probably the best way to get it, but I think it's pricey. So if you want to get it digital, it's gonna run you $20. It is back compat, but it's the first game in the series and worth trying out. Nights into Dream, Saturn Classic, brought back to life. This is the Xbox 360 version with better graphics and resolution. It is $5, so for $5, I would say to add it to your collection and get more achievements too. It's worth getting, and it's also back compat. Ninja Jumps I never played. The 99 Nights series are excellent. They're Dynasty Warrior type games, but way better in my opinion. And they're excellent games. I would recommend to get them physical, but they're probably super expensive. You can get them here for $7.49 digitally, so that would probably be your best bet. And they're not back compat, so you can only play them on your 360. Ninja Gaiden Black, Ninja Gaiden 2, and Ninja Gaiden Razor's Edge are all available in the new versions. So if you want to get these for just the sake of having double dipping or achievements, then I would say get them. They are back compat. They're not the superior version, of course. And these are pricey by themselves at $30 each. So the collection will probably be your best bet. And then the last game, Novodrome. Never played it, so I have no idea. So there it is, guys. That is my second video in the 360 guide. It's going to be a little long, but I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope it's helpful. I will try to finish the last sets of letters in the last video, even though there's a lot. But a lot of those letters only have 4 or 2 games, so it should be a little easier. So guys, please thumbs up if you like, thumbs down if you didn't like. Share the video with someone you think might like it. For all of you that continue to support me, thank you, because again, without your support, my channel would not be around and sustain. As always, share with someone you think might like the video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you like what I did and subscribe, I also greatly appreciate it, because I know you didn't have to. But if you did, remember I consider you now part of my family. As always, guys, you can find me on any social media platform. It's all down in the description below. So, until part 3, I'll see you guys real soon. Keep gaming, keep playing, and hopefully you'll be able to get all these games before they shut down. I'll see you in the next one, guys, very soon. Peace.